Harmonic oscillation or periodic motion. Any motion which is repeated after equal intervals of time is called periodic motion or harmonic motion. If a particle having periodic motion moves back and forth over the same path, it is said to be oscillating or vibrating. For example, the pendulum of a clock swings back and forth and is said to be perform an oscillatory motion. Similarly, the motion of the prongs of a tuning fork, the motion of the the motion of atoms within the molecules, the motion of electric and magnetic fields in electromagnetic wave are some examples of oscillatory motions. Now, periodic time. The periodic time T, capital T, of an oscillating motion is defined as the time taken for one complete round trip of the motion, that is for one oscillation or one cycle. Periodic time is represented by capital T. Next, frequency. The frequency of the motion represented by n is defined as the number of oscillation in 1 second. So the frequency is the reciprocal of the periodic time. So frequency represented by n or f. N or f equals to 1 by T. Or its unit is hertz or cycles per second. Now next term is displacement. There is a position for every oscillating particle at which no net force acts on the particle. This is called equilibrium position of the particle. The distance of the particle from its equilibrium position at any time instant is called the displacement of the particle at that instant. The displacement changes periodically in magnitude and direction. Next term is amplitude. The amplitude of the oscillation is the distance between the equilibrium position and an extreme position. It is the maximum displacement of the oscillating particle. Next term is phase. The phase of an oscillating particle at any instant defines the stage of the particle as regards its position and direction of motion at that instant. Next, mechanical energy. The total mechanical energy of an oscillating particle E consists of kinetic energy K and potential energy U. The particle has kinetic energy by virtue of its motion and potential energy by virtue of its displacement from the equilibrium position. Here E represents total kinetic energy, E total mechanical energy, K kinetic energy, and U potential energy. If there are no conservative forces like friction acting on the particle, the total energy remains constant. This is the basic principle of energy conservation. Next term we know about the restoring force. The oscillating particle can remain at rest in its equilibrium position at which no net force acts upon it. When it is displaced from this position, a periodic force acts upon it in such a direction as to return it to its equilibrium position. This is called the restoring force F. We know that the potential energy can also be defined as a function of position whose negative gradient gives the intrinsic force. Hence, the restoring force acting on the particle at any position is derivable from the potential energy function. So we can write restoring force F equals to minus du by dx. Here u represent potential energy. Now simple harmonic motion, SHM, also called SHM. The simple harmonic motion is the simplest possible periodic motion. It is defined as the motion of an oscillating particle moving back and forth about an equilibrium position through a restoring force which is directly proportional to the displacement but opposite to it in direction. The particle is called a simple harmonic oscillator. The back and forth swing of a pendulum, the up and down motion of a weight hanging on a spring, and the twisting and untwisting motion of a body suspended by a wire are the examples of motion which are extremely simple harmonic. Now we see the equation of motion for a simple harmonic motion. Consider a particle P of mass m executing simple harmonic motion about an equilibrium position O. This is the equilibrium position O. So by definition, the force under which the particle is oscillating is proportional to the distance x from O and is directed towards O. Thus, if x be the displacement of the P from O at any instant t, the instantaneous force F acting on it is given by F equals to minus kx, where k is a proportionality factor or force per unit displacement. The minus sign shows that the force is opposite to the displacement x. Now, according to Newton's second law, the force acting on the body is equal to the product of mass and the acceleration. The instantaneous acceleration of body is d2x by dt square. Hence, minus kx will be equal to force, that is mass into acceleration, or m into d2x m d2x by dt square, or we can write it d2x by dt square equals to minus k by m into x. Now using Now using omega square for k by m, we get d2x by dt square equals to minus of omega square x और d2x by dt square plus omega square x equals to 0, and this is a differential equation of simple harmonic oscillator. Now we have to find its solutions. So to get its solution, let us consider the solution to this equation be like x equals to c into e to the power alpha t Now we have considered the solution of this equation to this, where c and alpha are arbitrary constants, c and alpha. This is c, not e. Now differentiating it with respect to time, we get dx by dt square equals to c into e to the power alpha t into t. Alpha constant will multiply. Again differentiating. We get d2x by dt square equals to c into alpha square. This will be, because again we constant alpha will multiply, so c into alpha square e to the power alpha t, and using this value, putting this value in equation 1, that is this is the equation 1. So using these values in equation 1, we get using this value in equation 1, we get, what will we get the above equation c, that is this will be c into alpha square e to the power alpha t plus omega square, and the value of dx by dt, which is value of x, which is c into e to the power alpha t. So c into e to the power alpha t equals to 0. Now taking c into e to the power alpha t common, then we have this imply c into e to the power alpha t, c into e to the power the alpha square plus omega square equals to 0. So we have alpha square plus omega square equals to 0. So the value of alpha will be is equal to the value of alpha comes out to be plus minus under root minus omega square or plus minus j omega, where j is we getting here imaginary solution, that is complex number, and where j is equals to -1. It is also represented by I, but here we are using j. So we have two solutions for the equation 1, and the solutions are x equals to c into e to the power plus j omega t, or x equal to c into e to the power minus j omega t. So the general equation will be the sum of these two solutions, hence general solution will be sum of these two solutions, and we will use in general equation that is c as c1 and this c as c2, or this c as c1 or c2, whichever you like. So now we get and c1 c2 will be called arbitrary constant. So general solution of the above equation will be x equals to c1 into e to the power plus j omega t plus c2 e to the power minus j omega t, where c1 and c2 are arbitrary constants. c2 are arbitrary constant. Now this equation can be written as like x equals to, using trigonometric formula, c1 equals to cos omega t plus j sin omega t and plus C2 into cos omega t minus j sin omega t, and this will be equal to C1 plus C2 into cos omega t plus j sin C1 minus C2 into j sin omega t, or this can be again written as like in a refined form, that is equals to C1 plus C2 into cos omega t plus j into C1 minus C2 sin omega t. Now make a change in arbitrary constant by putting C1 plus C2, that is using C1 plus C2 equals to a sin phi and j into C1 minus C2 equals to a cos phi. We get where a and phi are new constant, and we will get a new equation like x equals to a sin phi into cos omega t plus a cos phi into sin omega t, and this will be equal to a sin omega t plus phi. So this is the equation for solution of simple harmonic motion. This is equation 2. This is in fact a solution of equation of simple harmonic motion. The values of constant a and phi depends upon how the motion is started. So with this I end this lecture here.